Welcome down the middle podcast, battlers. Joel and H. H Moore, if you're watching the YouTube, he's got the Premier's jumper on. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Got 2016 one. I've got the 2024 one on pre-order already. So we'll 8 years.
It's good to
Update
laugh.
it.
It's so good to laugh. You are a muppet. Mate, if I can, I'm going to kick straight off. We've got a couple of new followers this week on the podcast Instagram page. Shout out to Justin Warren. I don't know. Someone messaged in. You wanted last minute questions. Someone messaged in. Did you ditch your mates to try and play with up and coming superstar Justin Warren? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, hear that, Chad? That's your question, mate. He reckons no.
Mate, I was actually booked in with young Harry. He's sort of the
Another up and coming superstar.
We're at about the same time. I was seeing Justin had a spot open and Harry comes up to me just before pre-round. He goes, "Mate, you're not playing with us anymore." I said, "Nah, I've ditched you. I actually want to watch someone shoot 5 under, and that's not going to be you." And he goes,
"Oh, Harry."
That's fair. He goes, "No." He goes, "That's fair enough." So,
for context, if anyone's unaware, I don't know. Did you talk to? Is he playing European Tour? Is he playing the Challenge Tour or something? Or what's he? Justin's been over in the US. He's been overseas playing pro golf. Where's he at?
He did say he's going to Morocco soon. So I don't know if that's the international series. I think like the Asian Tour international series.
Okay, Asian Tour. Yeah.
So,
anyway.
and how he goes over there.
He's a little bit better golfer than you or I guess. He's probably in that next tier.
Oh, like he's
maybe a couple more tiers.
And yeah, fuck, just watching him hit the ball, it's like effortless, man. You know what I mean? Like crazy. And tell you what, down to earth, like
nice guy. Yeah,
like nice guy, just out there playing golf with his dad. Like you wouldn't think like that. He doesn't act like a professional golfer.
Doesn't act like cocky and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
No.
I remember playing a little bit of junior golf with him. I think we've spoken about him on the pod before. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. And I'll tell you what, it is actually good sometimes just to go out and watch someone who can actually play golf, just play golf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just the shots they hit. Anyway, there you go.
Quick one, just on the first hole, I hit mine nice, just off the fairway, off the right hand side, sort of 3/4 up the hill. And I've gone, that's good, pretty good by me. He's about 50 meters up the hill. It's just nuts. He went driver 6 iron in the middle of the green.
Into the first at Picton. Driver 6. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Nice.
So nuts.
What's the best part of his game? Long ball or chipping or don't know. Everything?
Probably the long ball. I think some of the chipping, I think it was the greens weren't probably helping him the best. They sort of weren't checking for him, but that and putting, pretty good putt.
The putters, yeah.
I did sink a 20-footer in front of him, and he did say very nice putt. So I was like,
you'll take that. Put that in the record books.
Exactly.
We'll talk a bit of golf later on. There was obviously some golf over the weekend.
Yep.
The little robot's bloody beeping at me. Shush, robot. I don't know. Ignore that, battlers. Robot vacuum telling me what to do. Round 15 last week in the NRL, H. You want to take it away?
Well, mate. Unfortunately, my Sharkies went down 30-28 after being down 22-0. Nico Hines had a chance to get the 2-pointer from the sideline conversion.
You were calling the comeback. You were calling the comeback halfway through.
But we didn't deserve to win it. We can't give these big points. Still think we're going to win. But Dolphins are a lot better than they were last year.
Absolutely.
So, mate, then the first game of the Friday night, the Cowboys winning 34-16. Just when you think you can go against the Cowboys.
Mate, 100%.
And the funny thing is, I thought I took Raiders, and in both my tipping comps, I took Cowboys. So I must have done it earlier in the week.
You prick.
So,
You would have look, we'll get to some more results in a second, but I was none from 4 to begin the weekend. Terrible. Terrible. Anyway.
And then the second game on a Friday night.
Funnily enough,
Souths
Broncos
winning,
playing the 8 o'clock game on a Friday night. What are the odds?
yeah, Souths winning 22-12 against the Broncos. Took the Souths, I think, without Reece Walsh and Adam Reynolds. I think the Broncos are sort of dead in the water there.
Yeah.
I think they're outside the 8 now as well.
9th
Yeah, they're
currently,
in 9th.
I think. Yep.
So yeah. Mate, and the first game is Super Saturday that they get the shit game over and done with. But the West Tigers, mate, the only place they can win is at Leichhardt. They can't win anywhere else.
Well, they didn't win at Leichhardt earlier in the year.
They did, yeah. They smacked my Sharkies.
Oh, they did.
But yeah, so I think if they could play all 14 games at Leichhardt, I think they would probably still might just make the 8. But yeah, it was pretty shocking by the Titans. It wasn't the best game.
The Tigers needed that. They dug pretty deep.
They did.
Yeah, especially with a lot out. Appy in the 7. So it was an interesting game.
Mate, and the Melbourne Storm winning at 38-24 against the Warriors. I
took the Warriors.
I wasn't confident. We sort of said that. We sort of said, oh, Warriors played good last week back at New Zealand. No Munster. But the Warriors started off strong.
Yeah, they did. I checked the score sort of early on in the first half, and I was going, here we go. This is actually going to get up. I saw a stat after we did our tips that I think Warriors have lost the last 15 to the Storm or something stupid. I don't know. There was some stat. I don't know if I was like, I wish I had known that before I put my tips in. Anyway, still, look, if I'm honest, the spine of the Warriors look like they're sort of starting to work things out. To score 24 points against the Storm is still an achievement in itself, I thought. So, and again, they looked pretty good at one stage, but the Storm do what the Storm do. They're sitting in first, so can't blame them.
That's right, mate. And the Sydney Roosters win 28-18 against the Parramatta Eels out there at CommBank. Roosters sort of jumped out. Parramatta came back, and then Roosters took control later in the game. Mate, it was a bad game for me to Captain Manu and the Super Coach. He got 40 or 39, sorry, as normal, so 78.
Well, I played Dom Young, not knowing that he'd been removed from the team on Friday night.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I had a shocker, mate. I got like 800 points last week in Super Coach.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anyway, it is what it is.
Broncos.
Roosters starting to look like the top 4 side that they probably should be. That a lot of people would have maybe tipped them to be at the start of the year. They obviously dropped off. We were very happy about the drop off, but I think they're starting to get back and show people that they are a top 4 team.
They can drop off again whenever they want.
Whenever they want. Off you go, boys. See you later.
Mate, then moving on to the first Sunday game.
And we can move straight past it if you want. You can go straight past it.
No, 30-14 against your Dragons. I think you got hard done by a little bit, especially I think what was it, the second try, Olakau'atu 2-1 when Flano got sort of hit a little bit, and from when you're looking at it, it's like 2 meters off the line. If it was over near the 10-meter line, no worries, because you probably wouldn't stop him. But like, it's so black and white.
There's an argument there. There's an argument there. 100%. I think that might have been the one. Is it Graham Annesley coming out and said, "Yeah, that shouldn't have been a try."
They do that every week. What's the fucking point? Like,
I'd rather
them not come out and say something because it gives you the
100%, 100%. Don't come out and tell the fans, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, that shouldn't have been a try," because then there's you could go down the rabbit hole of the argument. Well, if they don't score that, then we do this and they do that and we do this and the momentum changes. Blah blah blah. There was the other no try that was called. I thought the ball probably got to the line. There's a couple of
Yeah,
things in it, but look, they lost by 16. So Cherry Evans put on an absolute show again. Far out, he is good. I hate saying that. He's so good though. I think he's getting better as he gets older too, which is friggin' scary because he might still have 2-3 years left in him.
I think he's got 3 years. I think 3 or 4 years. I think.
It's
I think he's on
he's 35 or
to.
something, 34. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
mate, in that system, you can never 3 years easy. You got just do what you got
crazy.
to do. Mate,
Anyway,
then rounding off the round with the Penrith Panthers winning 26-18 against Newcastle Knights up there in Newcastle. Newcastle started strong, and I went, wow, this could be the upset of the round, really. And then but then really only went to 6-0, and then next thing you know, it was what? Yeah, 12, 20 to 6 at half time, and then pretty
Lu,
much
Lu,
easy sailing.
Luai was fighting for his origin spot,
Yeah,
and did a fantastic job to prove people like me wrong. Um, yeah, yeah, very, very, very good from the Panthers.
but yeah,
Anything else coming out of round 15? Not really. I suppose
not
we
too
can
much.
talk about the origin. We can talk about the origin team. We can talk about that later.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
look.
um,
Let's look at this week. Let's look at this week really quickly because we've only got what, the 6 games or five games, whatever. First game on Friday is going to be the Dolphins and the Storm. I think that's going to be
still,
a Storm win. Dolphins obviously with a few out due to Origin.
yeah.
Storm relatively untouched going into Origin. Got Coates, I guess, but yeah, not too worrisome.
Storm 13 plus for me.
Yeah, well, they're very short at $1.30 or something, $1.50. You got the Titans and the Warriors, the first game on Saturday at 3 o'clock. It's up at Cbus Super Stadium. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the away team. I'm gonna go Warriors
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, mate. I think Warriors 1-12
again.
myself.
Warriors, an untouched team due to Origin. I suppose the Titans probably aren't really that affected either. But anyway, the 5:30 game, Roosters and Bulldogs. Roosters, considering it is Origin season, look like such a good team. They still keep the likes of your James Tedesco, Daniel Tupou's not playing anymore. Luke Keary is back in because he's not on that extended bench. Their forward pack is nearly it's not full strength with the likes of Angus Crichton, Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, Spencer Lenio, Stu, playing Origin, but have a go at it. Like, have a go at still who's there. Jared Ware, Hargraves, Brandon Smith, Terrell May, Nat Butcher, Victor Radley. Like, scary that they
Yeah,
can still have all those players on the park when they've got Origin players. I'm going to go the Roosters comfortably.
yeah, Roosters 13 plus for me as well.
Are you going 2 13+ games? Nice. 7:35 on Saturday is the Rabbits and the Sea Eagles. What's your thoughts on this one?
It's an interesting one because no Latrell, no Cherry
Yeah,
Evans for
yeah.
their respective teams. No Tommy still. No Cam Murray now as well for the Bunnies. Can't pick for Origin.
Sea Eagles
Uh,
losing Garrick as well with an injury last week.
yeah,
Thanks
Garrick.
for getting me 7 points last week, Ruben. That was really helpful for my Supercoach
No
team.
Lord Fawatu as well.
That's true.
So
Jakey,
I think So I think Rabbits head to head for me.
just head to head. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, not
News
concerned.
news coming out of this week that they seem to think Damien Cook is a sure thing signing for the Dragons starting
Well, I
next
reckon
year.
it's done. I reckon
Reckon it's
yesterday.
completely done. Has
Well,
I haven't seen anything released by the two clubs,
so
but by the
yeah,
paper
but they
and the
reckon it's
Fox.
yeah. So everyone's reporting it except, but you don't not 100% obviously until you see Dragons or Souths. So
Mate, even then, there's still been a couple of backflips this year.
oh,
Look
yeah,
at Fafita. Look at there was another one. Who else backflipped? Or was it only Fafita with the Chooks? Anyway,
I think it's only Fafita, yeah.
Damien Cook, I suppose he's I think it was going to be a 2-year signing too. He's just looking for a contract extension. I don't blame him to try and get 2 more years with a bit of cash in his back pocket.
It was South's salary cap sort of I think they have to
Well,
take someone
yeah,
off the books.
they had to get rid of someone, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
that if they were to keep him, I guess they would have only been able to give him 1 year because they've got a lot more young blokes coming in. I like the signing. Spoke to a friend of the show, Kyle, about it. I think he can come in and play a 14 role, give Little a bit of time on the bench, but still have an impact. I think he'll be more used as I think maybe more mentorship. He's played for Australia. He's played for New South Wales. I think he can go and be a bit more of a mentor into the team. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't cost us too much. I'll just hope it doesn't cost too much.
it would be interesting. I think if you can get him for,
4?
I was going to say 4. Didn't want to go too high. I think four would be good for 2 years.
Yeah.
Still got Ben Hunt there. You got Sloan. Like, I don't know.
If we didn't have to sign him, I probably wouldn't. But if he is coming, I just hope it's for the right price. Anyway, We'll see. Tigers Raiders, 4:00 on Sunday to round out the round.
Yeah, Campbelltown.
Flip a coin. Oh, yeah, Campbelltown. Nice. They've had. I reckon Tigers have had a pretty good draw this year as far as their home games at Leichhardt and Campbelltown. I've liked the games at Campbelltown. I've only gone to a C1, but I think it's good for the fans, the teams that they've picked.
I think West Tigers Dewey's back. Galvin's back. So hopefully he's all right. Or
is Dewey named? Dewey's named he's named at 20. That Heath Mason went back to number 18. He got a run last week. That young junior. I think first touch he gave away a penalty. Good on him. Appy back at 9. Caesar Galvin. Yeah. I'm liking the Tigers.
I don't like Nathan this year. He's so.
I don't like him either.
He can get a send off or a sin bin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why.
He's risky.
Yeah. I would rather probably. I know Dewey's only played 1 game in New South Wales Cup, so you probably don't want to push him, even though he's re-signed with them. I thought he wasn't going to, but through the week that they announced. But yeah.
That's a good re-signing because I think someone like him, I think you've got to put one more go in him and get something out of him because a lot of time and energy is being spent with Adam Dewey. Bringing him over from the. Did he come over from the Bunnies? Did he come from the Bunnies? I feel like he did.
I think so.
I don't know. Fact check that for us, battlers. But he was touted as like the one of the next best things. So I think they've got to get him in and give him a go and, see how that goes. But yeah, Brent Naden, I don't rate that. But I'm still going to stick strong with my West Tigers. My second favourite team. Blech. Gross. And then you got the buy for 7 other teams: Knights, Bronx, Cows, Panthers, Eels, Sharks, and the Dragons. I love that. 2 free points for us this week, H. How good?
Yeah, we need it as well.
What are you guys sitting at third now? Dropping down the ladder. We're down to 11.
We don't even do anything. I think we don't even jump up because Penrith
will get the 2 points as well.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's right.
Do you want to talk about the Origin or do you want to go into golf? What do you reckon the battlers want? Doesn't really matter.
I think we'll talk a couple minutes of Origin.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's too much to say. I think, mate, just with changes. I think obviously Edwards got named again, rightly so. Mitchell came in for Sydney. I think that was a given, especially how he's been playing.
You called that?
Big questions would have been asked. I think if he didn't get picked. Moses in for Hines at the 7. I think most people sort of predicted that with how stuff was going. Mate, and then sort of this is when it gets a bit interesting. Murray plays 1 game and gets picked straight away for the 13 role. Yeah, I don't necessarily like that. I think.
So I listen to. Well, okay. So you've got two. All right. So you would have put him on the bench. Who would you have named at 13?
McInnes.
Okay, you would have left McInnes. So then, what would your bench? I like the fact that you still wanted to include Murray. What would your bench look like? Because the other inclusion was Connor Watson at 14.
Fucking shit. I fucking hate this pick, man. I'm sorry. The bloke's
You
done
hate the pick or you hate the bloke?
hate the pick.
Okay. So
Like,
would you rather see McInnes in at 13, Cam Murray goes to 14, leave Isaiah Yeo, leave Hamole Olakawatu, and leave Spencer
no,
Leniu?
I'd get rid of Olakawatu for Murray.
Okay. Okay. But
And
so
then
would you run a 14?
yeah, but
You would have run Burton. Okay. Sure. Yep.
and he's not even in the fucking the 20.
He's
Like, I'm
been
sorry, but
he's been dropped right back. Yeah.
oh mate, it's ridiculous. When there was talks of Watson coming in for game one, I went, oh bloody hope not. And he gets injured. And everyone goes, oh, because he versatility. What the fuck is versatility Burton got? He's got a lot more than Connor Watson. He can play fullback. He can play wing. He can play centre. He can play 5'8", halfback, fucking hooker if you need him. He puts bombs up. What's Connor Watson going to do? Fucking run 20 metres out or dummy half and then pass it.
Yeah.
And then maybe play a little bit of 13. But you got Murray now. You got Jakey. You got Isaiah. They can play massive minutes as 13 as well. But
So the talk that I listened to this week was McInnes gets dropped, and McInnes is probably the most hard done by.
everyone agreed with that.
Everyone has said that's fine because it didn't help the rotation when they were a player down and the Jake Trbojevic only playing 29 minutes and that sort of thing. It didn't help the rotation having the type of players that they had. And I'm like, okay, great. But to put Cam Murray on there, I'm like, I know he's good, but I thought that Cam Murray and Cam McInnes weren't too dissimilar as a player, and I thought that maybe Cam Murray actually offered more because he can go into 9.
Yeah,
I don't see Murray doing that. But so then we put Connor Watson on the bench. I like Connor. I honestly do. Seeing as Burton was already in the team, I would have gone with Burton. I like Connor. I've got nothing against him, but I just don't understand. I like the type of player that they've picked to play 14, but I just thought it should have been Burton because they already had him in the system. Unless Madge picked Burton for a completely different reason, and it was only if Luai or Hines maybe went down in the warm-up or something. I don't know. Maybe that was all he was thinking of who is going to replace a half. And he's the back. But he had Luke Keary there too. So I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, mate, I totally agree. If you have someone 18th man and then you want to switch things up with
That's what I mean.
stuff like that. I go, well, in the first game, you shouldn't have had Oliver White and Hudson Young on the bench. You should have dropped one of them for Burton.
Yeah.
And then we would have won, as I said, in the review of game one. Then if we had Burton on the bench, he'd go in and play centre, and it would just be one less man in the middle. And I think then we'd win game one.
Because we probably would have leaked less tries on the edge.
Because we would have had Burton play centre, and if they wouldn't have targeted that side. Like
the thing for me now, H, is if no one gets injured and has to leave the field, does Connor Watson play any minutes?
Well, depending on what position goes down, he will probably go in.
No. If no one goes down, if everyone stays relative, like if everyone does, like if no one gets injured and everyone just goes through their rotation and they're okay with the minutes and they're dealing with it, and New South Wales are competitive and it's neck and neck or we're winning, does Connor Watson play?
I think he gets 10 to 15 minutes
at the end.
At the end, yeah.
In what? At what position? At 9?
He would probably go 9. If we're behind the 8 ball with 20 minutes to go, you're putting him on, take Robson off, and put fresh legs in there to try and go quick out of dummy half.
Yeah. And look, the other thing is going to be, if one of the forwards go down, what does Connor Watson add? Because we've got one less person for the rotation. If Payne Haas goes down, what does Connor Watson add? Isaiah goes into He's going to play
Or
13.
Lenu, and then Watson
Yeah, I
plays
suppose
with the
Lenu.
13. Don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. But look, if we look to the other side, the Queensland Billy Slater's Queensland team has had Selwyn Cobbo, an outside back, a versatile whatever at number 17, dropped for a Kurt Capewell this
He
time.
wasn't fit. He said he wasn't fit enough. They said they had doubts of his fitness, and instead of bringing him
Injury
through
wise
camp,
or just fitness?
injury
Injury
wise.
wise. Okay. Okay.
Karen and Nigel, and they just said, look, we're not going to risk you because we want someone 100% fit.
Because look,
So,
I'll tell you what, Kurt Capewell is no Selwyn Cobbo.
no, definitely not.
Like, they're too complete. Especially if you look at number 18 being Dane Gagai. I thought maybe Gagai might be, I don't know. And again, this is the beauty of representative football, that they name a team, that you get the blokes together, and you never know what Madge or Billy are really thinking. So I don't know. Other than that, Queensland is Jermaine Hopgood drops out for
injury as well.
Injury for Felice Kafusi, who actually came on as 18th man.
18th man, so
last one. So they're only one change really. Anyway, we'll see. Reece Walsh is back, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll be interested to know. But hey, what's your tip? I got New South Wales by 4, and maybe like a 22-18 or something. 3 or 4 tries each.
Mate, like my heart says New South Wales, but my head says Queensland. I think I'll pick Queensland.
I still think that team can win, even though I'm unsure about some of the people named. I still think that team
as
can
well,
win.
but I just
are they likely?
Going to be interesting to see how it plays. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. We got some golf over the weekend, H.
We did, mate. We did.
US Open. Can we, if you remember, do you remember who you tipped in your top 20, top 10, top 5 winner, whatever it was?
3 donkeys.
3 donkeys?
I reckon I had.
Do you remember who I tipped? Do you remember who I tipped? I can't really remember.
You said been out for 10.
Oh, he came to our 3rd. Yeah, okay. Yep.
Did you say Bryson top 5?
I think. Let me just double. Oh, hang on. I've got something here. Let me just.
I've got my winner. It's hard to pick a winner. Who's your winner?
I'm back on him. Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh,
did I pick him to win? What did he end up coming? I've done some prep, battlers. I've done some prep. What did he come?
He was lucky. He's fucking lucky to win. It was good to see, though. It was good. It was very, very good to see. Our boy Bryson winning by 6 under. Shot a +1 on the round 4. Rory had the meltdowns last. I think he bogeyed last 3 or 4 holes, I think it was.
16 and 18, those missed putts. There was a stat that he'd hold nearly 500 3-footers in a row.
456 in a row.
Or 50. I thought it was 496.
Nah, 456 in a row.
And he missed 2 in the last 2 holes. Shocking. Anyway.
But and you know what I hate most about that is, and this is where, say, a lot of people hated Bryce, right? When you boys hated Bryson, I was loving him, right? Now everyone loves him again. And this is probably how much he's grown up, and probably how much Rory hasn't grown up. So when going back to the PGA Championship, Bryson was on the range warming up to see if Xander would bogey the last hole to go to a playoff.
Yep.
As soon as he won, he went up and congratulated Xander. Great win. Mate, I reckon it was 2 minutes after Bryson sunk that putt. He had the car packed, gone.
Rory's gone.
Didn't even
he's gone.
congratulate.
No. And
that
look,
just shows you
he come out with some statement of, it's just been really tough. You know, how many times I've lost a major, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, of course it is. No one wants to lose, especially when the bloke that comes first shoots one over. He hits it in the pot 50 meters
Yeah,
out. Of course you're thinking that he's going to make bogey and you're going to go to a playoff. But if he wins, you go, fuck. And then you go over, you shake his hand, you go, well done, bro. And then you walk away with your 200 grand or whatever you just won anyway. Like,
yeah,
I, I I can only imagine what it's like to lose a major. But mate,
yeah.
you and now he's not playing in the Travelers this week. I'm like, come on, dude, you've got to be
Mhm.
better than that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we wants to take some time off. So then the next one he's going to be playing is defending his Scottish Open, the
Yeah,
Genesis Scottish Open,
yeah,
in a couple of weeks, so leading up to the Open. But mate, it's good for Liv. The second major won by a Liv player. Obviously, Rambo won last year, but he wasn't a Liv player back then.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, so
He is
capture.
also only the second person after Tiger Woods to win the US twice, and the only other player is Brooks to win the US
Yeah,
twice. That's it. And again, we talk about
and
we did talk about the course last week. They
mhm,
picked the same sort of courses. That it suits Bryson because he's a bit weird. He's a bit funky. He's a scientist guy. He puts his golf balls in Epsom salts, and that's what he's about. He loves that sort of shit.
yeah. So what you just said, the only players who win the US Amateur
Oh,
and two or more US Opens: Bryson, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, and someone else that
okay. So
haven't
there's
done.
that stat too. There you go. All
So
right.
there's that stat there.
Yep.
Um, and also going into the last major, they got the 2024 majors aggregate scores. Bryson
Yeah.
leads that, minus 28.
Right.
Xander minus 23.
He's
Then you
leading
got
by 5.
Colin. Yeah, then Colin drops all the way down to minus 17. And then you got,
Tell you
and
what,
then, yeah.
there should almost be something for that. I reckon lowest
Oh,
aggregate
100%.
score over the 4. Imagine they
And,
bring that
and,
in.
and that's only people that made all three cuts as well. So if you miss a cut, you're gone.
Yeah,
So they're
of
only,
course. Yep, yep.
sorry, let me see, because you, but yeah.
That's
So,
cool. That's cool. I like
but
that.
look, Minwoo Lee, mate, he's down in 16th of even. He's even through the majors.
Okay.
So, and Cameron Smith's down in 18th and plus 2. So, not bad.
Um, Other notable finishes: Xander Schauffele finished 1 under, twice 7th.
Your
Sergio
man.
Garcia, we spoke about Sergio playing 25 or something in a row, +1, tied 12th. Ludwig Agberg, man, wasn't he going so good after 2 days? And I texted you and said, how did we not talk about this bloke before? Unfortunately, a disappointing last 2 days, +3 on the last day to finish one over. Tie
Well, that's
12th
the
though.
reason.
Yeah, but look, man, you look at all the other scores, lots of other people shooting over par.
Well,
He's one
Gentry,
to watch
he
in the
was up
next
there.
5 years. There's one to watch.
Yep.
He's one to watch. Tommy Fleetwood, I think maybe one of us mentioned him. He was tie 16th. Min Woo, tie 21st. So not too bad from Min Woo, and that gets him a start in the Olympics. With Jason Day, we're going to start talking about the Olympics in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I thought it
And,
was good to watch.
and the other thing I just want to mention before we move on is Neil Shipley is
Mm,
one of the only other couple people to win the Masters and the US Open uh,
okay, nice.
amateur scoring.
What did he
Sorry,
finish? Shipley,
uh,
Shipley.
26 plus tied 26 plus 6 final.
6 over. Yeah, he was going pretty good. He made a couple of birdies on that second day.
Yeah,
Um, Live golf at Nashville, the home of
yeah.
country this week. Your favorite genre, Hayden, country music.
Oh, country boy.
I tell you what, that'd be one live tournament. We'd also want to go
That,
to, I
I
reckon.
would go to. I would actually go to because I reckon Nashville's pretty good. But
Nashville should be pretty good. Look, I'm gonna go straight out. I'm gonna go straight out and go Bryson back to back.
so I was thinking that I'm like, nah, he's gonna be too bad.
He'll get high on his own supply. He will be just flushing it this weekend.
good US Open, Sergio Garcia, mate.
Okay. Yep. I like that too. I'm gonna go.
Um,
I'm gonna throw Blandy in for a top 10. Our mate.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, both. I'll pop him in there as well, top 10. And then with teams, mate, a bit of a hard one because you sort of got to try and stick with who you picking. I might go
Smash.
talk.
Ooh,
TC.
that's good. That's good. I'm gonna go Smash to come second last at Houston. They might go all right this time. Yeah, nice.
Yep.
All
There
right.
you go.
All right. Got anything else for us, mate? Tip of the week. Who am I?
Sharks and Dragons to win.
Sharks and Dragons to get 2 points this weekend. Actually, we got a couple of minutes. I was just watching the under 19s Origin before. The
Actually,
girls.
we got a question. We answered one question at the
Oh, we did.
start, and we got another one. We got
Hit
a
us.
couple. Sorry.
While
Shit,
you're
here we go.
looking
We got a
while you're
couple.
looking that up, the current score in the men's under 19s, New South Wales leading at halftime 10-6. The girls women's under 19s just won 40 something to whatever. I think New South Wales need to get in camp with the under 19s and just go, what are you doing? What
100%.
works? What can we take? Anyway,
100%.
what you got for us?
Mate,
Question.
first question. Moses is the right choice for number 7, considering Appy's performance with the Tigers. Obviously, a Tiger supporter. Appy, fuck no. Moses, 100% correct decision. Easy.
Hang on. Where's this
That's
question
from
come from?
Aaron.
Is that on the story? Let me have a look.
It is on the story.
How do I get to this?
And then,
Reckon Souths make the 8. Daniel.
yeah,
Probably not, mate. Nah, they probably will. They probably will.
I reckon they might squeeze in 8.
So. There's another question now. I'm not reading that out.
I was going to say I didn't.
I'm not reading it out, Daniel. No, none is. If you listen to this far in, none is. Yeah, that's good. Shout out to Sweet Treats by Ree. Ree's passed on the baton, so to speak.
Yeah, surprised about that.
Yeah. I think it's been coming. It's been in the works. She's got something else she's got, some other things she's gonna do. But mate, Queen of Camden, she'll always be the Queen of Camden, I guess. Mate, we got to start talking about the Olympics because it starts pretty soon. So, battlers, if you got anything Olympics wise that you want us to look at and discuss, hit us up. I'm pumped for the Olympics. I love the Olympics, and I'm going to be on leave pretty much for all of it. So I'm going to be able to watch all of it. It's going to be on the TV, full on. All right. Enjoy the footy. Enjoy the golf. Go the Dragons.
See you next week.